Hello everyone. We're getting into modes now again, and I want to show you a mnemonic device that Mary Arlin showed me this summer. So first let's list the modes over here on the right. So we have Ionian, which we know is like our major scale, and then we have Dorian, and then we have Phrygian, and then we have Lydian and Mixolydian. Oh, sorry. Let me fix that. Mixolydian. And then we have Aeolian and Locrian. Now, I say this every year, but Locrian is not one of the modes that we're going to worry about. And why don't we use it? Because it has, as I've told you before, a diminished triad as its home triad. So we are concerned with these ones here. Well, I showed you in another video, which I'll link below, how I like to think about and teach modes. Now I'm going to show you a shortcut that is going to help you remember the important things about them, and that will also help you figure out what key signature you need for any of them given a starting note. So this is it, and I just want you to practice. I'm going to draw it for you, and then I want you to draw it too. So you're going to get what's going on here in a minute. Let's draw that with a straight arrow. There we go. So, padMIL. And the thing is that this stands for Phrygian, Aeolian, Dorian, Mixolydian, Ionian, and Lydian. And you'll see that this is the same order that I did in my other video, but backwards. But the lovely thing about this is that you see that the PAD are lowercase, showing that each of them has a minor third, and the MIL are uppercase, showing that each of those modes has a major third. Furthermore, they each have Aeolian in the center of these two, and Ionian in the center of these two. And so you can remember how these relate. So Phrygian here is like Aeolian, but it goes, it has a lowered second scale degree. And Dorian is like Aeolian, but it has a raised sixth scale degree. Meanwhile, Mixolydian is like Ionian, but with a lowered seventh scale degree. I'm going to write that there. And Lydian is like Ionian, but with a raised fourth scale degree. So if you write your padMIL with your arrows, and if you want to remember 2, 6, 7, 4, that's a pretty easy mnemonic to remember what happens with them. Now, I'm going to write it one more time. I'm going to erase all this, and we're going to write it one more time and talk about it. One other advantage of remembering it this way. So, excuse me while I take a little time to erase it. All right. So, we'll write it in red again. Why not? So we're going to do pad. Ooh, that was not a great D, but you knew what I meant. MIL for Phrygian, Aeolian, Dorian, Mixolydian, Ionian, and Lydian. The thing is that these are in the order of the circle of fifths. So with increasing numbers of sharps or decreasing numbers of flats. So for example, if you were going to be looking for what the version of these were in C, so first of all, you know what C Ionian is, right? It's 0 sharps and 0 flats. Okay, but you can see very easily that if we add 1 sharp, an F sharp, to the key signature, we will get C Lydian. And lo and behold, because that's F sharp, you notice that's the 4th scale degree. And going backwards, if we added 1 flat to the key signature, we'd get C Mixolydian. And then lo and behold, that 1 flat is what? A B flat. So it's the lowered 7th scale degree of Ionian. And I suppose the easiest way to do this is to skip around so you know that the key of C minor, the key signature for C minor is 3 flats. And lo and behold, you can see that that's exactly how it works out in this sequence. So Dorian is going to be 2 flats, and Phrygian is going to have 4 flats. And of course, the 4th flat that you add is going to lower that 2nd scale degree. I'm sorry, the 2nd scale degree related to Aeolian. So I think we should probably think of it that way rather than relating all the way back to Ionian. Shall we do one more key just to talk about it? Let's pick something that's on the sharper side. So perhaps we'll choose E. All right, so what do we have if we choose E? So what's the key signature for E? Major is 4 sharps. So we can put that right there under Ionian. We know Ionian will then have 4 sharps. So how many will E Lydian have? 5 sharps. And we can similarly just write them in 2 sharps, 1 sharp. We know E minor just has 1 sharp, and E Phrygian has 0 sharps or flats. And so this is another way to think about the modes, and probably a really handy mnemonic for remembering what their characteristics are and how to find their key signature. Thanks for watching.